With an ever-increasing number of problems to deal with, lowering the price of beer may be the last thing on the mind of social creditors. But on the campaign trail, that is exactly what the Premier told the working people of BC he intended to do. That, however, was before he got elected. This story deals with what has happened to beer prices since, and a $400,000 industry campaign you will start seeing in BC liquor stores tomorrow.
Summer sun has finally started shining in BC, and when the temperature rises, so does beer drinking. This is traditionally the start of the busiest time of year for beer sales. But with the average dozen costing nearly $1 a bottle, people are thinking twice about taking home some brew. What do you think of the price of beer these days?
Terrible. Well, it could be a lot cheaper, I think.
Yeah. Well, who do you think's to blame for the high cost?
The government.
Really?
Taxes.
That's the message Canadian brewers want the public to get, and they're putting it on their beer cartons. The cartons are stacked in warehouses ready to go around the province this weekend. On each is a sticker that details where your beer dollar goes. The sticker shows federal and provincial taxes take 52 cents. That's the national average. But in BC, tax guzzles even more, a whopping 56 cents. So at $11.85 a case, $6.63 goes to tax.
It's too much. Mr. Vandersam said he was going to put it down, and he didn't.
The beer prices, yes, I expect there will be a change. I don't think it'll be anything dramatic, but even if we can save the people $1 on a case for those that want to buy a case of beer, I think that's an indication that we're not out to get the working man, who's really the real purchaser of the case of beer.
But here are the facts. When the Premier made his promise, the average case of beer cost $10.30. Now the price of a case has risen to $11.85. That's up $1.55. And most of that increase, $1.01, is tax. 80 cents to the province, 21 cents to the feds.
In actual fact, our rate of increase is at or about the level of inflation. Government taxation has increased at double the rate of inflation.
Thus, these ads coming out Saturday with the sticker campaign to shift the blame for inflated beer prices from the brewers to government taxes.
You know, I didn't know it was quite that much, but I knew it was the tax to blame, definitely.
So what do you think should be done about it?
I think we should change the government. I think Vandersam said when he came in he'd be lowering the price of beer, and I'm sure like months after he got in he raised the price, so I think that's who's to blame, Vandersam's government.
Well, I guess public pressure is the only thing. If enough people complain, I'm sure someone will change it.
Perhaps if those people respond loudly enough, then there will be a move on behalf of governments to at least halt the rate of taxation.
You'd have to drink a lot of these to really believe the government would actually give up tax money. But if the brewers can get their customers foamed up enough, they just might be able to keep taxes where they are.